Hello everyone, I'm Krishna Janmabhoomi and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court of India and then move on to High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, then it would mean a lot to us if you could please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. In an important ruling, the Supreme Court Constitution Bench today held that additional restrictions not found in Article 19 Clause 2 of the Constitution cannot be imposed on the exercise of right to free speech under Article 19 Clause 1 Subclause A of Ministers and MPs and MLAs. The Supreme Court Constitution Bench comprising Justices S. Abdul Nazir, B.R. Gavai, A.S. Bopanna, V. Ramasubramaniam and B.V. Nagaratna held that the grounds mentioned under Article 19 Clause 2 for restriction of free speech are exhaustive. In her dissenting opinion, however, Justice B.V. Nagaratna observed that in case a minister makes disparaging statements in his official capacity, then such statements can be vicariously attributed to the government. However, if the remarks made by the minister are not consistent with the stand of the government, then it would be treated as a personal remark. We have made a detailed video on this important ruling, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Please do check it out. Supreme Court Bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice P.S. Narasimha stated that a cinema hall owner could prohibit moviegoers from carrying their own food and beverages inside cinema halls. However, the bench clarified that all cinema halls must provide hygienic drinking water for free to moviegoers. Further, the Supreme Court bench also noted that when an infant or a child accompanies a parent, then reasonable amount of food for them can be carried in theatres. We've made a detailed video on this ruling as well, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Please do check it out. The Supreme Court has stated that it would list the two petitions seeking to transfer to the Supreme Court of India, the petitions pending in the Delhi High Court and the Kerala High Court seeking recognition of same-sex marriage in India on 6th of January. The transfer petitions were mentioned by Senior Advocate Menaka Guruswamy and Advocate Karuna Nandi before a bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice P.S. Narasimha. The Supreme Court has issued notice in a plea seeking to declare the condition mandating applicants to clear CLAT for applying to the post of Assistant Law Officer in the National Thermal Power Corporation Limited as unlawful, illegal and ultra-virus to the Constitution. A bench comprising Justices B.R. Gavai and Vikram Nath was hearing a special leave petition filed by the petitioner Aishwarya Mohan, an aspirant to the post of Assistant Law Officer at the NTPC and an LLM student. Former IPS officer Sanjeev Bhatt has filed an application seeking the recusal of Justice M.R. Shah from hearing his plea seeking to defer the hearing before the Gujarat High Court against conviction till the plea to adduce additional evidence is decided. The application stated that the subject matter of the present petition was earlier decided by Justice Shah when he was a judge of the Gujarat High Court. The Supreme Court has issued notice on the special leave petition filed by the state of Madhya Pradesh against the High Court restraining the government from taking coercive action against any person who contravenes Section 10 of the Madhya Pradesh Freedom of Religion Act of 2021, which requires a person desiring to convert his or her religion to give a declaration in this regard to the district magistrate. However, the bench of Justices M.R. Shah and C.T. Ravikumar refused to stay the impugned order. Finding this provision to be prima facie unconstitutional, the Madhya Pradesh High Court Division Bench comprising Justice Sujoy Paul and Justice Prakash Chandra Gupta directed the state to not prosecute adult citizens if they solemnize the marriage on their own volition. The Shahi Idgah Mosque Committee has filed an application before the Mathura court objecting to the court's last month's order for a survey of the mosque premises in connection with the Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi Shahi Idgah dispute case. In its order, the civil judge had directed the civil court, also known as the court officers, to visit and survey the disputed site and submit a report with maps before the court by January 20th. Communication between the lawyer and the client are privileged, and a lawyer cannot be compelled to confirm such a communication in a trial, even if it is already disclosed to the trial court by another party, the Bombay High Court has held while setting aside a witness summons to a lawyer. Justice Abhay Ahuja was dealing with the senior advocate Anil Anturkar's plea challenging a witness summons directing him to appear before the Civil Judge Senior Division, Pune, in a civil suit. Hyderabad City Police Commissioner C.V. Anand has informed the Telangana High Court that facial recognition system is a standalone tool used to prevent and detect crimes for public safety. The tool is primarily used for identifying suspected terrorists, habitual offenders, criminals, missing persons, unidentified dead bodies, etc. It is not linked to CCTV cameras installed in public places, and it is not used for real-time mass profiling, he said. The officer was responding to a writ petition moved by a 37-year-old resident of Hyderabad, apprehending misuse of his photograph allegedly clicked by police personnel during the COVID-19 lockdown. The Allahabad High Court has debarred an advocate who misbehaved, insulted and abused a lady judge posted in a court under the Bulandshahr judgeship from practicing law before the UP courts. The court has also ordered him to appear in person before the High Court on January 12th. The bench of Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra and Justice Shiv Shankar Prasad passed this order while dealing with the suo motu criminal contempt proceedings initiated by the High Court on the reference made to it by the lady judicial officer posted at this particular court of the Bulandshahr judgeship. The court also cautioned the contemner to remain careful in the future and to not act in such an undesirable manner. A Delhi court has granted bail to a 25-year-old Kashmir-based photojournalist Mohammad Manandar in a case registered under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, observing that the accusation made by the National Investigation Agency against him does not appear to be cogent and true. Additional Sessions Judge Shailinder Malik observed that the allegation of assisting a proscribed terrorist organization discreetly and ostensibly carrying on legitimate activities like advocate or a journalist must be supported by direct evidence of any such activities. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. See you tomorrow.